The woman was wiping her face in front of the mirror when she suddenly noticed something behind her. Then she turned her head and discovered that a camera was placed on a chair not far away. As Jenny walked forward full of confusion, she accidentally triggered a mechanism. Her companions downstairs, upon hearing the noise, were unexpectedly delighted, clearly because this was a prank they had set up in advance for Jenny. But at that very moment, the two suddenly turned serious. Through the camera, they realized that something seemed wrong with Jenny. Amy immediately stood up and rushed upstairs, but what she saw left her frozen in place. Jenny was lying motionless on the ground. When Amy finally reacted, she quickly went to check, only to find that Jenny seemed to have stopped breathing. They were instantly terrified. What they thought would be a simple prank had turned into this shocking outcome. Behind her, Lisa was nearly on the verge of a breakdown, but Amy remained unusually calm. She then began dragging Jenny's body downstairs, clearly unwilling to end up in prison. Soon, the two dug a large pit to bury the body, but suddenly, Jenny seemed to move, leaving them both at a loss. After much hesitation, they decided to carry Jenny back to the room. Not long after, Jenny slowly regained consciousness, but she had forgotten everything that had just happened. Seeing this, Amy lied and told her that she had simply fallen down the stairs. She then helped her back to her room and asked her to change clothes. But at that moment, Jenny seemed to remember something. The dirt on her body gradually brought her memory back. Jenny was in utter disbelief. Her friends of 10 years had actually tried to bury her alive. Overwhelmed with fear, Jenny was about to sneak away. But in the next second, she ran straight into her friends coming upstairs. They immediately realized Jenny had regained her memory. They tried to explain everything, but Jenny refused to listen and intended to call the police. Panicking, Amy tied Jenny to a chair, hoping to calm her down. But even until morning, nothing had changed. At that point, Jenny, who had been tied up all night, suddenly said she needed to use the bathroom. They had no choice but to untie her and escort her there. But just as Jenny was about to close the door, Amy stopped her, worried she might try to escape. Amy told Lisa to keep an eye on her before leaving, but Lisa, being naturally timid, quickly turned away, which gave Jenny her chance. Her eyes fell on the only window that led outside. She reached out and tried it, discovering it could be opened. With hope in front of her, Jenny carefully pulled the window open, but just as she was about to climb out, a gust of wind suddenly blew in.